Good morning, EAE. Welcome back to an action-packed morning news announcements for the University of Utah Electric Arts and Engineering Games Department. My name is Gabriel. I'm an assistant professor at the University of Utah. And pro tip, make sure your microphone's plugged in when you record these type of things, or you'll have to do them again. Okay, here we go. Here we go again. I'm a little bit delirious. It's early morning. My eyes are puffy. We've all been social isolating and not getting a bed. Everything's starting to blur together. So these morning announcements are my way to share a little bit of positivity unofficially for the University of Utah EAE program. And without further ado, here we go. Here we go. Okay, let's do this. So I wanted to talk a little bit about EAE Launch this morning. So if you're a grad student or undergrad or one of the EAE students at the University of Utah, you've probably been wondering what's going to happen with EAE Launch. For those who aren't in the know, who aren't at the University of Utah EAE, EAE Launch is when we celebrate all the games publishing at the end of the spring semester at the University of Utah before graduation. We have a lot of games publishing. And so that was the time when we would invite the public, we would invite local industry. All the students would spend a lot of time getting their games set up so everybody could come play them, talk to them. It's a huge social event. One of the highlights of the year, one of the most exciting times for me. Everybody's been working so hard on these amazing games, and I love showing them off, right? So it's always been my philosophy that games shouldn't just be submitted for a grade. They should be played and showed off. They're a social medium. They're meant to be played. And so we have been scratching our heads wondering how in this time of social isolation, we can still have an amazing event, and I think it is going to happen. I am so excited to announce this, but EAE Launch is still happening. It's still happening on April 22nd. It's just changing a little bit as we're all working remotely. Before I get started, I just want to give a huge round of applause and big thanks to the staff at EAE, especially Hallie Huber, who is making this all come to fruition. It's like all my wildest dreams are coming true. So if you want to find more updates on EAE Launch and what is going to happen, check out games.utah.edu/news for continual updates from the official site of EAE. But all the games are going to be streamed twitch.tv/University of Utah, which is the EAE's official channel at the University of Utah. And we have got 8+ hours of live streaming events. That means all the 11 capstone games, the 5 graduate games that are being published, the experimental games, possibly, all the classes that produce games as well. We have this opportunity to stream them live. This is an enormous undertaking. Honestly, this is absolutely bonkers. And the more I think about it, the logistics of it are pretty intense. Hallie is hiring the production team at the university to help host the whole thing. Professor Ashley, myself, Ryan, Roger, Corinne, all of the faculty will be helping to host this so that all the student teams, they can be represented and they can all chat while we play their games to the public, to industry, to anyone watching. So this is 8+ hours of live broadcasted event. We have never done anything on this scale. And so I think that even in this time of isolation, this is something really to look forward to. This is no longer an event that's only for local Utah residents and people here who are here that can come from that 5 to 8 time, usually on the April 22nd. But this is thing that hopefully if you're in the industry, bookmark this so you can watch it, well, honestly, in the corner while you're at work. Please come participate, ask questions, talk to the developers, talk to the faculty. We're excited for this. This is going to be bananas. So more details will come. I'm sure this is brand new news to any of the students at EAE. So pay attention to your inboxes. Hallie is working feverishly on working out the details, and she'll be reaching out to you soon. But this is something to seriously be excited for. This is the second time I've announced it this morning because I can't turn on my mic properly. And I am just as excited, or if not more, this time to announce it. Okay, moving on. As everybody knows, GDC was canceled this year, much to the sadness of all the faculty, staff, and students at the University of Utah. Along the things that were canceled is the annual Intel University Games Expo and Showcase. So this is an event that Intel puts on for colleges and universities where we send one of our games to compete against all the other universities, and it's always a fun event, right? So it was canceled this year. FYI, March 19th for some reason, it always happens on my birthday, but I'm there cheering on the University of Utah. But it was canceled. But Intel is graciously showcasing this celebration of student games online this year. And so the game, the reason I'm sharing this now is because April 16th is the deadline for registration, when you have to submit all of your trailers, game info, and all that stuff to be judged. The actual event date is still unknown. They have not disclosed that. But the deadline for registration is the 16th of this week. The game that we are sending is We Went Back, and we could not be more excited and proud of them as they go to represent EAE this year at the the Intel University Game Showcase. So if you get a chance, check out the links below. I'm gonna this week I'm gonna have tons of links below, so you can help know about if you want more information on EAE Launch. We Went Back, other grad games, that's all going to be below. But I just wanted to share a little bit more about We Went Back because they had another stellar week last week with the press. So let's just share some of the good things that have happened with them. First of all, they had a lot of Let's Plays on YouTube, but some of the big ones, Mr. Craven played their game and has had currently around 15,000 views. Then they were played by H20 Delirious, who this is a little bit older clip. It's well over 500,000 views right now. And then it was also played by Jacksepticeye, who also is pushing 1 million views right now. So they're getting a lot of exposure from YouTube. I think they were trending number 7 for a little bit. So a lot of Let's Plays on YouTube, which is pretty phenomenal. They were reviewed by several magazines as well. GameStar is a German magazine who did a review of their game. I've translated this screenshot into English. But they're being played all around the world, including Disto Peaks, which is a French magazine, who did a write-up on them. Set the Tape, and finally, The Escapists. This is just a few of them, but a lot of really good press for We Went Back this year. I think they said they're at about 170,000 units now. That means that 170,000 people have that game in their library on stream, and they've had upwards of 65,000 downloads. So this press is really paying off, and we could not be more proud. We're proud of all the games at EAE, and when one game does good, it helps push all of them up. We have some beautiful games, including Henchmen for Hire. They gave me an update that their Steam page has just gone live. If you're into VR games, give them a wish list. Help promote VR games. VR games, you know, someone has to have a VR headset to play them. Which BTW I do, and this week I'm going to be playing their game on my Twitch channel. But they just got their Steam page up, so I wanted to give them a shout out. They are a VR game designed by students where you drive, jump, and sabotage Peace City for the supervillain Dr. Bad while traveling on a surprisingly resilient moped. It's a hilarious game. It's a hilarious experience. I'm excited to showcase that this week. Okay, I'm running out of breath this morning. Okay, so if you want to check out more of the games at EAE, I will post the link to my blog post on the Student Game Showcase 2020, where you can find all the social media, Steam pages, all that good info right there, and probably will help you prepare for EAE launch. Okay, other news this week. Adam Hunter will be holding some career workshops for the undergrads on Tuesday and Wednesday. So if you're an undergrad student looking to get some advice from a career veteran, who is one of our amazing staff members at EAE, check out your inboxes. He will help share some of his myriad of experience. Definitely worth your time. Okay, as we conclude the news today, if you have something to share, send me a message. I'll have some details below. If you have some game updates, if your team has some cool events happening, someone did a cool Let's Play, I would love to share that here in the Good Morning announcements. I think this is something that I'm going to keep going even during the summer. We've got summer classes, a lot going on, and especially when all these games start publishing in the next few weeks, there's going to be a lot of buzz around them because they're such cool games. Anyway, if you're staff, you have some events, anything cool, contact me. If you like what you see, support me on YouTube by subscribing and hitting the, I guess they say smash the like button. I don't know what that means, but tap that like button. That means that it'll be shown more because we want to spread the good news of EAE far and wide everywhere. So everybody, thanks for watching this week. We'll see you next week, and let's keep things positive.